No, I have not finished.
Yes, no, that is a very serious case.
Thank you.
The Deputy Speaker's question was just an
I've finished and I've done Honorable Ichung'wa's.
All those 5 honorable members.
The third one by Honorable Ichung'wa was on the aging workforce in the international destinations. And he was asking, how can we help our youth be able to go and work there? I'm sure we can collaborate and see how we can create jobs for the youth. In terms of even, they don't even have to go there. They can do some of the jobs through the internet and help them. Honorable Wandai asked about the unrest in Kericho, plucking machines that happened about 2 weeks ago, and even the one that happened about 2 days ago. The view on mechanized tea estates. As a Cabinet Secretary, Ministry of Labor and Social Protection, on labor issues, I want to say I'm ready to provide an environment for the businesses to be able to thrive in this country. Number 2, I would also provide an environment for the stakeholders to sit down and discuss. I'm aware the last agreement between FKE and the employees was that, and government was that 40% mechanization was being allowed and 60% employment for Kenyans, including the locals. So I want to believe where I am, the government's position is for the status quo to remain and to really have the stakeholders on the table so that we can discuss and have dialogue. This is our country. We want jobs for our people, and we also, as a ministry, encourage mechanization to be done, but to a certain level. At the same time, employ our people. And I'll tell you, I come from that region, and you see tea farms that are very big, and maybe on my thoughts is that these multinational companies should also improve on CSR. What they're doing is not enough. They can do more than that. And then the land rates that are there are things that we can discuss on the table and agree and move on. Thank you. You also asked about the Kenya Kwanza manifesto on, I think it was about social security and unemployment. We cannot run away from unemployment in this country, and I want to believe that the Hustler Fund will be able to address this issue of unemployment, be able to provide money for the youths that are unemployed to be able to do their businesses, and encourage them that as even they do the businesses, they save for their retirement, they save for their future, and will be able to protect their investments in NSSF.
So is the Hustler Fund the equivalent of unemployment insurance envisaged in the Kenya Kwanza manifesto?
I'll relook at it. I don't want to say I know everything, but I'll be able to sit down and relate that issue. And you're welcome to my office. We can discuss again. Hustler Fund is for all Kenyans. It is not just for Kenya Kwanza. Thank you. Honorable Junets, my friend in Parliament, we were on different sides, but we related well, and I want to say thank you. Your question was on unemployment, the employment of population. We have youth that are very many that do not have experience, and every time they want to get employment, they are asked for their experience. I know through NITA, we can be able to take up youths that have finished various courses and attach them in various industries. So industrial attachment is one of our responsibilities as a ministry, and I know we'll be working with NITA to be able to ensure that our youth are taken up to be able to get that experience. There's a lot that is being done by NITA. I will tell you, we are not just looking at the white-collar jobs, we are also looking at even those artisans who have experience without going through any training, yet they have the skill. We have what has been started that is called recognition of prior learning. You recognize a skill that someone has, certified by NITA, and they can also be given the mandate to be able to train others, and NITA helps them in certifying them. I would also be reaching out to the other ministries that will work together to ensure that we take up most of our youths into employment, into attachments, into internships, so that we are able to give them experience and be ready for the job market. You also asked a question on Kenya Kwanza Manifesto, where we'll have to finish malnutrition in 5 years. I want to say malnutrition affects children under 5 years. And I'll be working with most of the county governments that provide ECD education to ensure that these children are protected. We also have NGOs that have come on board that help us as a ministry to be able to provide food, to be able to provide stipends for those vulnerable, the vulnerable population, like these children. Currently, there is an ongoing program in the ministry that is funded by World Bank and UNICEF, where the pilot program is being done in 5 counties of Marsabit. It is also being done in Kitui, another 5 counties. So the issue here to be able to spread across the country, we ensure we involve these county governments to ensure that our children do not die of malnutrition. We also ensure that they are vaccinated because they are under 5 years and they should be vaccinated against diseases. The other approach is to ensure that we have education on the masses to prevent malnutrition by ensuring that we provide foods that are right, and if they don't have the foods, we also encourage them to provide, the basics of a healthy diet. We also ensure that the mothers are able to breastfeed their babies, if possible, for the first 6 months. But I know the question could be, if that mother cannot even be able to get food to eat, would she be able to produce milk to be able to breastfeed that baby? In other third world countries, in other developed countries, they have an equivalent of a blood bank, of breast milk bank, where those who have excess milk can be able to donate. Maybe we'll look at that in the near future. But I want to answer Honorable Junets by telling him that we will sort out that issue of malnutrition. It is also my area. I'm passionate about it. I'll go across and see how best we can be able to address the issue. Then you have the increase of savings for Mama Mboga and basic needs, yet they cannot get the basic needs. I said we will support the Mama Mboga, the Boda Boda, using the Hustler Fund, and as they do those businesses, we encourage them to save with NSSF for their future. Savings, how do we save with NSSF? How do we take care of our investments at NSSF? I look forward to streamline the NSSF. We ensure we have a board that is able to take care of the fund and be able to make investments. And we'll be able to do that by ensuring that we have quarterly reports about the investments that are put in the media to ensure that we have transparency. We will also ensure that we have the Auditor General to be able to audit the investments at NSSF, and then generally encourage the culture of saving by Kenyans. Chair, I think I've finished. There was a question by Honorable Mbui, I think on the large strikes, or is it? It is Owen, sorry. On the strikes at Kenya IOS, I also want to promise that I'll sit down with them and be able to look at the issues that are there in and be able